Chapter 11, Rosa's Promise. That night I slept badly. Poor Raphael, with his mad eyes, came into my dreams many times. He was holding the gold ring. He was showing it to me and asking me to help him. The next morning I sat outside my uncle's house. I looked out at the calm blue sea. I was very tired and unhappy. Soon my uncle came out and sat with me. His wife, Rosa, brought out coffee and eggs for us. "What will you do now?" asked my uncle. "I don't know. I still don't know why Raphael went mad. I still don't know when exactly. I can't believe that a man can go crazy for love of a girl. You say Anita was very beautiful, but a strong young man doesn't go mad for love. Rodrigo is right. I can't explain it, but I'm sure it was something more strange, more terrible. There is a reason, but I haven't found it. I think nobody here in the village knows it." "So what will you do?" asked my uncle again. "I'll take Raphael to the hospital in the capital. If you help me, I'll give him some medicine. Then he'll go to sleep. When he's in hospital, I can begin to help him. I believe something terrible happened to him. I don't mean when Anita ran away with the soldier. I mean something really terrible, something strange and frightening. Raphael is afraid to remember it. That's why he's mad. At the hospital, I can give him modern medicines. They'll help him to sleep and to feel happy. Then perhaps he'll remember what happened to him. If he can remember, he'll get better." Rosa was standing in the door. She came to me and took my hand. She looked into my face. Her eyes were full of tears, and she looked terribly afraid. "Please don't take Raphael to hospital," she said. "Leave him here in the village with us. He'll be all right with us." I was surprised. There were tears in her eyes. She was really very worried and afraid. I thought it was the hospital. Village people are often afraid of hospitals. They believe that people only go to hospitals to die. "Please don't worry, Aunt Rosa," I said calmly. "I won't hurt him. I really think I can help him to remember. With God's help, perhaps I can make him better." "He mustn't remember," she cried. "He's mad because of his crime. He went mad because of the terrible thing that he did. He mustn't remember. If he remembers, he'll die." My uncle and I looked at Rosa. We were very surprised. Her face was red, and tears were running down her face. "What do you know about Raphael's madness?" asked my uncle quietly. "I'm sure you know something. Tell us now." Rosa put her wet face in her hands. "I promised poor Clara not to tell," she cried. "I promised her on her deathbed, but if you leave her poor son here with us, I'll tell you." Rosa dried her eyes. She sat on the steps in front of the house. She didn't look at us. She looked out at the sea all the time as she told her story. "I sat with his mother, my sister, when she was very ill 5 years ago. Before she died, I promised to be a mother to her poor, mad son." "We know that," said my uncle. "You and I agreed to look after him, and we have. But what did she tell you about why Rafael went mad? Rosa put her face in her hands. Please don't tell anyone, she cried. I promise to keep her secret forever. We promise, I said. What secret? The secret of Rafael's madness, said Rosa. His mother knew it, but she kept his secret from everyone. He was mad because he did a terrible thing. He did it for love from hate. The poor, poor boy. What did he do? He killed a man. He took another man's life. The worst crime of all. He murdered the soldier because of his love for Anita. He did what? But that's impossible, shouted my uncle. That's what Clara told me, said Rosa. She told me everything, only hours before she died. She couldn't meet God with that secret in her heart. But how? When? I asked her quietly. Did she say? I'll tell you what Clara told me, said Rosa. Her words are written in fire on my heart. I'll never forget them.